check 112-125-34.
See, look, you're such a professional.
I know.
Speeding.
I just want to make sure. I want your stuff to be crispy.
Bill Bellamy is here, ladies and gentlemen. We can learn a lot from him. Thank
I love you so much. You are so dope. You are like you literally are like my sister from another mother, because like the thing that I admire about you is your journey. And how you've always been Angela. Like you never, like you everybody's favorite cousin. So that's why I love you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for real.
And Bill Bellamy, that means a lot, because I think a lot of people look at your journey. And I want to say your book, Top Billin', really let us see a lot more of that.
Yes.
You know, being this kid from Newark, even getting a little glimpse into your home life.
Yeah.
And how all of that went down. But I didn't know you had this like big background, and you had an opportunity to work corporate.
Yeah, I
and
did
make
that.
a ton of money, and said, I'm going to bet on myself. And that's a valuable lesson.
Wow. I mean, it really is, because it's scary, you know, to chase your dream. You know, like, can I make it? I believe I can. I see myself, but what if I fail? And sometimes fear stops us from greatness.
Yeah. I think sometimes it's so much easier to do things when we don't have that fear too, because when you're younger, you could take
ignorance is sometimes dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes like I don't know, I could fly a plane. You know what I mean?
Show me where the key is.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. You know, I think some of that is blind ambition for me, because I came from such a poor background. I just wanted to, like, sky's the limit to me. It was kind of like, if this is the bottom, the top got to be great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if this is like the struggle and the, you know, oh my God, everybody else got it but me, what if I just go all the way out? I probably could do something. And I just went for it, you know?
And you also were the first grandkid in your family to even go to college.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a big responsibility too at the same time.
There was no way, Angela, there was no way I could get out of college. Like, yo, they used to call me college. Yo, college. Yo, I swear to God, I'm not even, my uncles and them, yeah, college, we good, right? How them grades going, college? I'm like, damn, I'm in the third grade. I'm in the third grade.
And I know we're talking about something, but I just want to say, because I haven't spoken to you since, you know, I had a chance to read the book.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying there's just certain things about you, because I think...
Do you feel like you know me better now?
I do.
Okay.
I do. You're from Newark, you know, and that's interesting because my parents live in South Orange, but I didn't move there until I was in 10th grade.
Okay.
And so there's a special Jersey thing, I feel like,
it is,
you know, that happens. But even aside from all that, I didn't even realize you did Def Comedy Jam and MTV the same year.
Yeah.
And so that was and you talk about how different both of those audiences were.
Yeah, because what was so interesting about my career was the timing of everything, right? I didn't know I would ever be on MTV. That wasn't like we didn't even have MTV in my neighborhood. MTV was like came with HBO or something. Like I remember I didn't even have MTV. So Def Jam was really the primary target, was like, oh, there's this new show that's going to be all about black comedy and it's going to blow cats up. Russell Simmons is doing this thing and it's going to be fire in New York. And I remember hearing whispers about it when I used to do Uptown in Harlem. And I would come from Jersey and do that spot with, you know, Andre and Kevin, and they had that spot popping. I remember I used to be like seeing Salt and Pepper up in there. I would see Tretch and, you know, like, yo, this was when like Harlem comedy was everything.
Yeah.
Monteria Ivy was hosting, Hugh Moore. There's so many cats. Dougie Doug. I mean, Flex was coming through there. Dave Chappelle. So we were all like these young, you know, hardcore trying to make it comedians. So getting on Def Jam, I thought was my ticket, which it was. But then at the same time, me being in New York and starting to buzz, I got that audition for MTV.
Yeah.
And they was looking for, and what people don't know, this is a fun fact. Todd One was initially the host.
Oh, wow.
You remember Todd One?
Yes, I do.
Yes, so
That's
Todd One, who I think, if I remember correctly, was dating MC Light for a minute. I don't know why I know that. It's a weird fact. It's a weird fact. So Todd One was the initial host, and I was, you know, getting auditioning. I was auditioning. I didn't have a job at it yet. And I'll be sure was filling in until
Oh, yeah, you took his show.
Yeah, and then I took it from Al B. Shaw. They kept passing the baton. I remember Al B. Shaw used to have his chain wrapped around his hand when he was talking on MTV. I never forget that. I was like, why is his chain wrapped around his hand?
You know a funny Al B. Shaw story? It's not. I was at this. Remember, we used to always have these music conferences back in the day, and there was this one. I think it was called the Impact Conference.
Oh, Impact.
You remember that? We used to have all these. It was Jack the Rapper.
And Impact was big, and Jack the Rapper.
Show Power Summit.
Come
it was
on.
all these different things, and I remember being there, and Christopher Williams was there, and or maybe, yeah, Christopher Williams, and this woman ran up to him like, I'll be sure, can I get it? And he didn't even correct the woman. He just took a picture like he was. I was like, guys.
You got to understand, in that moment,
like,
it was
right.
almost like Christopher Williams and Al B. Shaw was cousins.
Yeah.
Because they were interchangeable light-skinned
So
dudes.
messed
Good
up.
looking. They had light-skinned dudes. They had a 5-summer run. I remember that. You had to be light-skinned, you look Spanish, whatever. And you know what I mean? They looked Spanish. They was like,
that
yo,
was the thing.
the pretty boys, they was from New York, and, they had the swag, and, Christopher, I'm friends with both of them. So like Chris had the baritone. Don't wake me. He was him. And then, Al had the little whispery with the jean jacket.
Couldn't be more different.
Girl. They was both on fire at the same time.
Now, the holiday season is upon us. So, that is a good time to be at home watching movies.
Yes.
And by the way, I also flash back to you celebrating Christmas with Mariah back in those days.
That?
Oh my gosh.
I love Mariah.
those
Shout
were the
out to
times.
Mariah Carey. Let me tell you, my Aries sister. She did the dopest thing for me. This is the funniest thing. I never told nobody this story about Mariah, I don't think. So Mariah was married to Tommy Mottola at the time, right? And she used to travel with these 3 soprano-looking dudes. The guys like, hey, Mariah, how long it's gonna be the makeup? Your guys here to do the cinematography to make sure the lighting is right. These guys, the black trench coat guys, slick hair. You probably got an uncle like that. So real quick, so they was cool, but they was very intimidating. They'd be like, we got other interviews, kid. So Mariah, 2:30, hard out, those guys. So she had this fly ass Kangol on, right? And I said, Mariah, damn. I said, that Kangol is super dope. Where you get that from? She was like, I love Kangols, Bill. You want one? I'm thinking, wait, watch this. I am not making this up. The girl sent me the box that they sent to the store. It was the biggest box of Kangols in every color, every style. You got the suede joint, the mesh joint. I was like, God damn, she rich.
That's funny.
Yeah, she did that for me. She was like, you want one?
No,
Hold on.
You should have been like, I like your Rolex.
I should have said that. I wasn't thinking.
You didn't know that was going to happen.
I was keeping it real simple. True story.
But the worst Christmas ever. So that movie, by the way, watched it because I went on Prime and rented it.
Oh, you did?
I paid the $2.99.
Got your $2.99.
Yeah.
You got money though, Angela.
I told Dan, I said I need to get reimbursed.
Yeah, I owe you that $3.
Yeah. But anyway, so I love a good holiday movie.
Yes, ma'am.
There were some things in that movie that I was like, this is insane.
Yeah. You know what I love about Worst Christmas Ever? Because the title makes you go, what?
Yeah.
That. And number 2, what I like about it, it's about love and it's about family, right? So I was like,
Blended family.
Yeah, blended family, because people living like that.
They are.
You divorced, you got your kids, you still love your kids, your ex got somebody else, you ain't got nobody yet, you still in love. Like, that's real life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You be like, yo, hi, Felicia. Can I come in and say hi?
No, but can you imagine staying and I know you're very happily married, so that's not, but I'm just saying, imagine staying or somebody staying at their
house.
New
and then she got a new man
that you paid for,
and they smashing out,
and he paid for the house.
Yeah,
so
through
now
the
you're
divorce.
visiting your house that
You
she
gotta
lives in.
understand. I
Yeah.
used to live there, and this dude is banging out. And I got to come by, and I'm the visitor now.
Right.
That's a hell of a man.
Yeah.
So I always tell my wife, I said, if we don't make it and we break up, I'm not going to be a good baby daddy. I'm already telling you right now.
Well,
I'm not.
grown, so you don't even.
No,
know.
listen. I'm not him. I'm not him. I'm not going to be let's just be nice to each other. And, oh, my God, let's all share the kids. I'm very territorial about my kids. I'm not playing.
Listen, but you have such
I'm
great
just serious.
energy.
I'm
I
just
think
serious.
in general, I don't see how, I think even with regular fans and
Yes.
people coming up to you, everybody always has good Bill Bellamy stories.
Well,
And-
I'm very genuine. Like what you see is what you get. Like I'm not like nice here and then mean out there. I mean, if you catch me while I'm eating, it could be different. Because I think that's crazy. I got food in my. I got a turkey club in my
That's
mouth.
a fact, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna ask you for an autograph or like I'm in a fly restaurant and my man say hi to my wife real fast.
Yeah,
it's
no.
her birthday.
Or people put the phone in your face, and they'll be like sneak filming you.
Yeah,
and you're
they
like,
film
just go ahead
you.
and
It's not cute. I
just
don't like
ask
that.
me.
Just ask me.
Do you think that? How do you think podcasting has? You had your podcast. Are you bringing that back?
Yeah.
Okay. So doing that, you think that helps also when you're like on stage doing your stand up? I know you've been doing stand up for so long,
Yes.
but I'm wondering if it changes even how you do your show.
I think podcasting is brilliant for people who have a point of view. Like I think your podcast is brilliant because what you tackle from a female, sort of perspective is probably couldn't be on TV. No. But you could do it.
It could now.
Yeah, maybe
streaming
on
somewhere.
super cable. I'll be asking
It's
the
not that
whatever. But anyway, so like for me, I'm coming from the MTV days and interviewing people. I still love to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why I like top billing is that I feel that everyone wants to be top billing in their life, thus top billing. And there's people that are making moves and people are creators and people are like music producers and they're doing art that I can't believe people are doing and they're doing health things to make people healthy. So I'm meeting so many people through social media,
Right.
which is awesome. I mean, and they want to be on the show. So I try to make it eclectic. And then I get funny stuff out of it because I'm always thinking comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always thinking comedy. So you're right.
It's perfect for you because
It's
you
perfect.
also, as a VJ and a host, you've done that, so you have experience there. Because
Yes.
there's an art for speaking to people and making them feel comfortable enough to open
talk
up
to
and
you,
be
yeah.
relatable. But then coming from the comedy side, having that aspect where it is funny.
Yes.
And women love funny guys.
Yeah, and I'm very funny.
Yeah,
by
you're
the
very
way.
funny.
Very charming. Thank you.
And you've lived a life. Now
Yes.
you also in your book talked about Janet Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah,
You want to talk about Janet?
Yes, let's
Okay.
talk about. I can't even imagine.
I can't wait to tell you this. Go ahead.
Is there ever because imagine being cool and Janet Jackson calls you and y'all just like vibe a little bit and then
You know what's so crazy? I probably could have been with Janet Jackson if I wanted to.
yeah, it felt like y'all
I was
had a
just
little
so
chemistry.
there was a mutual there was a mutual energy that I just didn't understand because I was kind of like, she's super duper famous right now.
Yeah.
She's super number one. She's number one woman in the world. I'm Mr. VJ. But she was flirty as fuck with me like all the time. And I was just like, it was so funny. Like if a dude flirt with a girl, it's kind of cool because, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But for
We don't take it that
but for a
seriously.
famous woman in the world that you admired like for your whole life, and she's like, "Oh, Bill," and put her hand on your chest. That's kind of crazy. I'm just like, "Oh shit."
You kind of dropped the ball.
Yo, I dropped the ball.
Yeah, you
Cause
did.
once when I saw Jermaine do it, I was like, I had it. I had it. I was at the mountaintop and I fumbled the ball. God damn it.
That's hilarious.
I swear to God, when Jermaine got it, I was like, I had the whole
You
bag.
were like, I wasn't
What
misreading
the?
that.
I was there. And I'm taller.
But it was a good time, and I think things happen the way they're supposed to. 'Cause
Yeah, it
that
is.
could have. Sometimes relationships have destroyed people's reputations in the public eye too, and then
we were better
certain
friends
things
anyway.
overshadow things, right? Because I feel like Jermaine can't do no interviews without people being like, "How'd
you fuck that up?"
Yeah.
Everything. But this is the craziest thing when I think back in my life. Because I'm kind of new to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Just think about this. MTV made me hot in the music game.
Right.
So I know all the artists.
And
I
the
know,
white people knew you because they
the white
had
people,
MTV.
suburban kids love Bill Bellamy. Oh my God, he's my favorite VJ, right? So it's like all this new. I'm having lunch with Toni Braxton about her album, Shanice Wilson, Janet Jackson, Stop by the Beach House. So I'm getting a super duper invite to everything cool in music. So when you sitting there with one of the most famous women in the world, and she's walking around the crib with like, just a little bikini top on and a little, sexy little rap.
You're like, I'm not looking.
I'm like, I should have really been on my How to Be a Player, bro.
I know.
I was on my like, hi guys. Hey guys, anybody want some Cheetos? I should have been on my How to Be a Player. Like, I'm gonna tell you one more funny, real quick.
Please.
So
I love a Bill Bellamy story.
This is so funny, right? So I'm on tour with Janet, and I'm opening up, right? So something happened with Mint Condition. They jumped on another show, and then she called me, and I'm on the road with Janet, right? And so she had this part of her show where doom doom doom. Anytime, any place, I don't, boom, 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 right? And they would grab some dude, random dude, and tie him to this thing, right? And so his arms is tied to this like thing, and she can ride him, like she can get on the handlebar, or like the foot pedestals. So imagine he's like this, like a cross. She crawls in front of him, and she's on top of him, and it spins upside down. It turns slow, right? And I'm like, yo, she just walked right by me, pick me. Because none of the dudes was really responding. They were like screaming.
Right.
Like, oh my God. They shaking. I'm like, I would give it to you. But she never picked me because she knew I was going to respond.
And you also were opening. She brought you out on tour.
She wasn't going to let me be on the board, right? No, I can't work and be on the cross.
No, you can't. It was interesting. You probably like, what's wrong with him?
I was like, all the guys,
right?
All the guys that seemed to get picked was like, they were just so spazzed out, like shaking and acting crazy.
Well,
I was like, yo, pick me. I promise you, I'll be
you
right
probably
there.
been trying to be too cool.
I would have kissed her though. Because that would have been my time to cross the line. I've been right there. I'd be like, oh, my bad. Act like you never did that. Act like it was a mistake. Oh, excuse me. I put tongue in there.
No, I've never done that.
No, never? Okay, cool.
Nah,
only me.
No, most recently on your social media page, you told the story about Mannie Fresh.
Oh, my God.
And you said
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Was it foul or was it funny?
It was funny, but I was also like, I'm sure Mannie Fresh knows that people say this about him.
Yes.
And
But this is funny. This is why I told the story.
I'm just wondering.
Is he gonna be mad?
Yeah.
No, he started following me afterwards.
Okay, good.
No, when I met him and
he
everything,
might pull up on you.
Yeah. But here's the thing that's so funny about me as a person. Most people don't know how tall I am, right? You may know what I look like, but you don't know how tall I am. So it's the same thing about what people really look like as opposed to snapshots of people, right? So the reason I told the story because it was so freaking funny. From where I was, I didn't know it was Mannie Fresh. I was like, yo, this is a stud right there DJing. I was like, yo, why is the stud? Like, I'm trying to think, like, why is the stud DJing so long? Because I'm thinking like that's
where's
the
Mannie Fresh?
Right, yeah. I'm thinking Mannie Fresh is my size. I'm thinking Mannie Fresh look like this and that. I don't know it's Mannie Fresh. So I said, yo, I got to tell the story. Because the whole time I'm upset. I'm like, yo, I cannot wait to meet Mannie Fresh.
You like the DJ killing it, but where's Mannie
I said,
Fresh?
yo, this DJ is killing it, but I want Mannie Fresh. And so my boy was like, yo, B, why you tripping? I'm like, yo, man, we've been here 45 minutes. I said, where's Mannie Fresh? He was like, he's right there. I blacked out.
You were like,
because
this
he
whole
did
time.
from a distance he do look like a stud. Like he has the studs that have they just have a certain type of he look like an uncle auntie.
Man, and everyone says that, but
Am I wrong?
But you tagged him.
Do he look like Auntie Mannie?
I have no comment. I'm not a comedian.
I'm a comedian. Let me do it.
I can't get away
because
with
he got like
things.
like the funny thing about Mannie Fresh in person is it's like he has zero facial hair. Not even a mustache, not a goatee, and he doesn't have no eyebrows. So he just looked like a stud from the distance.
Well, good.
My bad.
Well,
But he's really a guy. My bad.
Yeah,
sorry.
no, he's definitely.
Shout out to all the studs.
Now, did you have a chance to watch the Eddie Murphy documentary?
No, only since. Don't tell me.
I haven't seen it yet either. I just was wondering because
Eddie
I've
is
been hearing
my guy.
amazing things about it. So that's why I wanted.
It's a long time coming. I think it's an amazing thing for us to give him his flowers while he is here and to document his success because it never happened before. And so I'm so interested because he totally influenced me to be a comedian. And, you know, every time that I've met Eddie and talked with him, he's always been so gracious and always just been like a big bro. Like, yo, man, how's your career? This, that, and the other. And I always told Ed, I was like, Ed, if it wasn't for you, I didn't think being a comedian could be cool. He made comedy cool to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so many people did. I think Richard Pryor was like the blueprint, you know, for a lot of people too. And I got to give it up to a lot of the women comedians today, because I do feel like still, all in all, a lot of women that are hilarious don't get the same opportunities.
Yeah, it is hard. I'm always looking for girls. Like, we need the balance in comedy. You know what I mean? Just like in podcasting, like I said, we need the perspectives on both angles, the different lenses and stuff. Like, I want to find, you know, the next Tiffany Haddish. You know what I mean? Like, when I had Tiffany Haddish on Who's Got Jokes, nobody knew who she was.
Okay.
And she had like 4 jokes, but they were bananas. They like, she didn't have a extensive roster of funny. She was just funny and physical and like fearless about her stand-up, right? And so I always look for girls like that are funny. I'm like, oh man, I need a girl that could just bring it. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple out here that's like,
no, they definitely are. Like, I've been, my girl Ida.
You love comedy,
you know I do,
yes,
Like my girl Ida Rodriguez.
I love Ida.
Yamanika.
Yeah, Dominique. Who else I ran across? What's her? Rita? Rita Brent. She's dope.
My girl Just Pam. She's hilarious too. Yeah.
She's
from Jersey also.
Jersey girl. Woo woo. I got to see her. I've not seen her stand up yet.
So what are your holiday plans?
So holiday plans, kids home, festive as hell. You know, it's hard now that 22-19, so you know everybody got their real schedule. They got their own cars, so they like real grown folks.
Are they bringing home like the, you know, significant
I already
others?
know. My daughter better not bring nobody, but my son can. You know, that's a double
come on,
standard.
you can't do that.
Yeah, nah.
Isn't she older too?
Nah, she grown. She 22.
Yeah,
she could bring somebody, but she better not.
I know you've met one of your daughter's boyfriends before.
No, I'm just joking, but like, you know, it's so funny.
But I'm not.
But I'm not. But here we go. So when you have, for fathers that love their daughters, there's definitely a double standard. And I'm like real serious with my daughter. No bums allowed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, NBA, no bums allowed. So
NBA.
No bums allowed. Real talk. So I'm very, very vocal about, you know what? You a dime. Don't come in here with a nickel. You feel me? She got her program tight. She right. It's all
that
good.
double standard is real, because I'm a little sister. My brother could do whatever he wanted. He's only a year and 3 months older than me. I used to be so mad growing up. I'm like, he's bringing girls up. He's going to the room, closing the door.
He doing it. Close the door?
Yeah, he could close the door. I was like, I can't even
I want your windows open and the door open, Angela.
Room. I got to stand outside.
I'm matter of fact, I'm putting cameras in your room. You better be sitting way over there. You got to sit way over there. Like, nah, but it's funny. Like, I'm sure they're going to bring, you know, somebody home. It's such a good feeling to have the kids in the house, because, you know, now me and my wife are empty nesters. And so, you know, it's about us again, you know, because we didn't have kids right away. I think right into year 3, we started having kids. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I think, you know, it's time or whatever. And so we did 3 years of us traveling, doing everything.
That's dope.
Yeah, and so it was nice. We did it kind of the right way. But what's cool now to me is the fact that we still like each other and like have fun together. You know, because a lot of couples break up as soon as the kids is done.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have nothing in common.
Well, the kids
gone, bye, bitch.
See you
know,
yeah.
But we have fun there. So now we're doing things that we couldn't do because we had all these. I mean, the kids just take over your life. Like, you know what I mean? So with the freedom, you know, we get to really have fun.
Yeah, it has to feel so different, though.
It is like not having that energy in the house.
That's
is
like
crazy.
Almost 20 years of not having been alone.
The house will be feeling so bugged out, like no doors slamming, no music playing. My house feel like a library, you know, if it wasn't for the dogs.
And you even talk about coming from, like, your parents were married growing up, and that was a rare thing for people to, for us to be like, okay, their parents.
There's Mr.
Together.
Bellamy. Is that your real daddy? Yeah. People used to say that all the time. That's your real daddy?
That's That's a shame.
That's a shame. They be like,
Isn't it?
yo, you still got your real daddy. I was like, yeah, that's my real dad.
What do you think when I look at some of like my favorite, stand-up comics? Because like, I love stand-up comedy.
Yes.
Of course, I love watching you do your stand-up. And I always follow you on your page too, just to see what clips that you're posting from when you're
back in the day. I
no,
always
even now.
Yeah.
Because you do stuff that's current, but it's not a full special. So I get to see, some things when you're touring. And I know you still love touring, right?
Yeah. So like touring right now, my tour is called Top Billing, and I'm just bringing the top comedians with me on this run, and they're really, really funny. We write jokes during the day. We punch up stuff. We try to make sure the show is unbelievably funny.
Ain't nothing like loving what you do, boy.
Yeah, man, it's
like
so
it.
fun. We sit around and we talk jokes all day. Like we like writers, like we're producers of comedy, But we do this thing, Angela, that's so crazy at the end of my show. It's turned into a vibe. So we do the battle of music. We do 2000 artists versus 90s. And the amount of crowd participation is staggering because people pick their team. So you got Team 2000. Those are all the people that's 40 and down. And then the 40 and up is super 90s.
I love
it. And
it.
it is phenomenal. Yo, you should see some of the clips we post. It's crazy.
When I tell you, those are the tours that are selling out now. I saw Bow Wow was just talking about that.
It's real.
He was saying that these artists that are from, the older artists are selling out these tours. Brandy and Monica are in New York tonight.
Getting it.
Yeah, at the Barclays. And so
at the Barclays
Arena.
Arena.
When I tell you these shows are sold out there like no comp tickets.
Listen to me. None. How about this?
Because we tried.
Let me tell you, because we tried to get in. I tried to be a roadie.
You can show a video like
I was like, yo, I'm carrying Monica's bags. No, she already got a stylist. Okay, so let me show you how real it is. I was just in St. Louis. They were there. And that Sunday night, they were performing, and there was like 8 women at the bar who came from another city to see the show.
It's not
they all grown. I want to say they 45 and up. They love Brandy. They love Monica. And they were like, yeah. And then they had Kelly Rowland come out. Like, it's like a woman thing. Because I don't know dudes is like, yo, I'm going to see.
It's a good thing for guys to go to, though.
If you single and you a dude.
That's a cheat code.
Cheat code. Go see Brandy and Monica and stand in the lobby.
Oh, wait for the let out.
Yo, or sell T-shirts.
Yeah,
sell sweat tops. You gonna have at least 13 aunties. I promise you.
I told Mano was asking for tickets. I wonder. Yeah, he got his tickets, right?
Mano,
yeah.
Mano. Yeah. It's hard
because
the women. Here's the thing about that tour. It's mostly women, and women get what they want immediately. They don't wait. Dudes be like, yo, man, I'm gonna see. I ain't gonna be the first. I ain't gonna be thirsty the first 3 days. I'm gonna wait and see if he really coming. You know what I mean? Women be like, I'm going. I'm calling Pam. I'm calling Keisha and them, and we gonna all go. And Felicia, she probably ain't gonna get a babysitter, but we gonna see. We gonna get her a ticket anyway.
Listen, I have to say, I saw you on Sherry Shepherd also.
Oh yes.
And one of the things, I think y'all were great together. I love that type of energy.
Yes.
And so you were talking about like age, and she was saying how everybody's been saying, wow, Bill Bellamy is 60 years old. He looks so amazing.
Yeah.
And you were saying the secret to that is just that you love what you do.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe being happy within and really being passionate about what you do, it takes a lot of stress off of you. And it doesn't mean you don't have bad days and stuff like that, but I feel like I've always had the energy of like a teenager, you know what I'm saying? My whole life, I've always looked at life half full as opposed to half empty. And so I have so much of a passion about stuff. And I learned that energy I interviewed this lady. She was 92. And she kind of looked like Lena Hornish, but she had beautiful skin. She didn't look 92 at all. I said, Miss, what would you tell me? What is your secret? Why do you look so good? She said, baby, don't take life so serious. People take life so serious, and they hold on. She said, if you can't fix it, let it go.
You know,
I said, damn, that was
amazing.
Clean as it gets.
And I want to say one thing that's harder today, though, I think for the next generation is social media and all this access.
Pressure.
And pressure. Yeah, it's a lot. But also just bullying, like everything.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm. I saw something that was so disheartening.
I know,
and
it was
I know
in Chicago.
You saw it. It was so disheartening to see bullying to this level that they were picking on this girl. So the mom showed up to protect her daughter, and the girls were so mean that they started to beat up the girl.
Yeah,
and the
no,
mom.
it was this. That
I've
was in
never
Chicago.
seen that before.
That was insane.
That's insane. Like
I literally was watching that video. We talked about it up here.
damn,
it was so sad. And the mother has sickle cell. And was really sick, and it was her son. Actually, they were bullying her son.
It was her son.
Yeah, she had
I
her son
couldn't
and
tell
daughter
that.
with her,
Okay.
but she had both of them with her.
Okay.
But they were bullying her son, and the kids jumped the mom. And she had been talking to the school about the bullying and everything that was going on. And now you see like some of the moms of the kids that jumped her on social media talking about it.
What do we do with stuff like that? Like, what do we do in a situation when kids are so desensitized to violence? Like, we would never do that as a kid. First of all, we would never, ever talk to a grown person at that level. We are kids, they are grown. Another thing, we would never think to harm an adult, right? And the way that I feel now is because kids see it so much they don't think it's real. Like, they don't look at it as oh my God. They just be like, man, let's do this, man. I don't care. And they don't have no.
They want to post it.
post it.
You see it so much. And you know what really hurt? When the mom did an interview afterward, and she said she was having nightmares about her son just like
Can't go to
screaming
that
for help.
school.
Yeah, like what are you supposed to do after that? And then now you're on the news and they seen you, they seen your kid. But a lot of people have been coming together and trying to like support her. I saw one of the artists, Little Zay Osama, was like, I'm gonna fly y'all out to LA, take you Christmas shopping. They had a GoFundMe so that the mother could like move. And,
you know, here's the thing, and it goes back to parenting. And I was at my son's basketball game. And one of my friends who hadn't seen my son play in a long time, and he just out of nowhere said to me, Bill, you did a fantastic job with your children. He said, I just want to give you whatever it took that you did to, you and your wife, whatever, to be able to make two good people. It's parenting.
Yeah.
Because you got to put in the time with your kids and draw the line on discipline and right and wrong and this, that, and the other. There's so many of our kids that are wonderful, that are ambitious, but they just don't have any guidance. And you going to let the internet raise your kids? You gonna let the internet tell your kids what's cool, and you don't have a thinking what they call a think tank at the crib,
right?
So we could talk and say, hey man, that's wrong. How you that perspective is a little skewed. Let's talk about it. You gotta have real conversations with your kids, just so they can deal. We didn't have access like this.
That's the highest compliment somebody could give you, though. You did a fantastic job.
It was so random, and it gave me goosebumps because you don't think about that. Like, your kids could be fucked up. Like,
You're like, I'm just doing my job as a parent.
I didn't, I love being a dad. Like, I waited, I wanted to have my own kids. Like, I always dreamed of it, and I never was like, oh, I gotta take my kids to school. Oh my God, they need pants, or my son needs a basketball thing, camp, and my daughter wants to get, little this, that, and the other, and go to this ballet school. I just was in it because I just loved it.
How did your daughter react when she found out that Jeezy made it rain on you?
Oh, she was like, Daddy, are you in a strip club? She was like, Dad, do you really go to strip clubs? I was like, that was a true story.
Yeah, no. Look at Bill Bellamy's page if you want to see the story about Jeezy made it rain.
Yo, can I tell you a quick
go ahead,
snippet?
please.
So, if you go to Atlanta, Magic City is one of my favorite strip clubs, and I'll never forget. This was when I Put On for My City was big. I Put On, and that song was crazy, even with the Kanye remix. You remember that?
Yes, absolutely.
I put on. I just remember like when it came up. When you see me up in traffic, I'm just Jeezy on some other shit. I was like, damn, whatever this is crazy. And then Jeezy came in. He got the hat to the back. He had like 8 dudes with him. And then they standing there. They got all the bottles and stuff. And I got 1 or 2 bottles. They got like 10. and I didn't know this was a thing. Like the Making It Rain thing was big. So I'm standing there. And I'm looking, and there's this black bag, like a black hefty bag of money. And I'm like, damn, he just carry money like that. That's what he wanted to throw up. Mm-hmm. And so it was bricked up. It was they giving you like $1,000 in ones. And they just hitting chicks in the head with it. It was so,
oh my gosh.
They throwing it, it was breaking open. And they break open the pack and they was giving, and that's when they said, remember they said Bow Wow kept one of the.
Yes, I remember.
But true story. So they said Bow Wow was in there. He put one in his pocket.
Yeah,
I was cracking up because I wanted to do that.
I know.
Because I needed to change.
Yeah.
I needed to change. So I was like, damn, they throwing all this money away, and it was on top of me too.
They're not really throwing it away.
No, but what I'm saying, it felt like, because what was so funny was so much money, it hit me in the head. I felt like it was raining on me too.
You felt like?
I felt very good.
You want to do a dance.
I was like, I think, I just put my head in it like this. I just went to. I said, these strippers must feel good with all this money, and then they come and scoop it up, like, you know what I mean? They come, oh my God! If you don't go to Magic City, you don't know what I mean. But like, if you go to Magic City, you go to King of Diamonds back in the day.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
Now,
yeah.
where is it that people go in Miami? I'm forgetting the name of it. Booby Trap.
I've never been to Booby Trap. Is that a strip club?
Yeah, it's in Miami. That's the spot.
Is it the new version of King of Diamonds?
I guess King of Diamonds was huge. I think it was too big.
What was that? 2000?
Yeah, that was
King of Diamonds
was...
Monday, something Tuesday.
Yeah.
You be in the streets.
Bellamy's still outside.
Yeah, I'm still outside. Like, y'all gotta understand, I'm grown, but I'll be outside.
But you know what? You still love music, and that's the thing. And so, well, I'm looking forward to everything you have going on. Make sure y'all check out Worst Christmas Ever. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I truly, truly love you. I love what you're doing for the culture, man. Keep rocking and rolling, and keep supporting comedy. Cause you might mess around and do comedy because you're kind of funny.
No, not me.
You shy.
Me. But I just want to get on this Bill Bellamy level at some point in my life. I'm going to keep going. I'm still working.
You on the way?
I'm on the way.
Let's shake
on
on
the
it.
way
Let's go.
All right.
On the way up.